The food on our table is produced with the help of insects like honeybees, but a new insect discovered in the United States has the potential to put those important pollinators at risk. News 8 Now's Jordan Fremstad tells us how realistic it is for the Asian giant hornet to live in our backyard.
Washington State was where COVID-19 began in the U.S. Now the state is in the headlines for another pest we can actually see, and if it establishes itself.
Let's just say painful.
Its sting will be the last of our worries.
This species of hornets actually does a coordinated attack.
Experts at UW-La-Crosse and Viterbo say the Asian giant hornet can turn into a catastrophic problem for our nation's finest pollinators. UWL biology professor Barrett Klein says one of these wasps will leave its scent next to a beehive so it can find it again.
I'm not able to access UWL buildings to show you actual specimens, but I do have a sample of a Madagascar hissing cockroach.
He says the hornet and this cockroach are about the same size. When the scout returns with several of its sisters, a honeybee colony doesn't stand a chance.
Just one of these hornets can kill over 300 honeybees in an hour.
They decapitate bee after bee after bee after bee. And one recording showed that they were able to decapitate 40 per minute.
The small troop of giant wasps slaughters almost 30,000 bees.
This earns them the reputation of the murder hornet. Viterbo's Ted Wilson says the question is whether or not this insect could survive our winter.
Right now, where they live, there is relatively mild winters.
It can be easy to confuse these wasps with others.
In fact, the biggest hornet we have is the cicada killer wasp.
You don't want to confuse that wasp with the wasps that produce that nest over there.
Bald-faced hornets, for example, are common to La-Crosse and are actually important in the balance of nature. However, the number of giant hornets discovered you can count on one hand.
But we have to keep in mind that only 2 individuals, which are dead now, were discovered in 2 spots in the state of Washington.
Entomologists are trying to keep this insect from forming its own colonies because whatever affects bees will also affect what we eat. In La-Crosse, this is Jordan Fremstad, News 8 Now.
Well, experts say Asian honeybees are able to swarm hornets and actually cook them alive with body heat. However, our American bees do not have that instinct. Very interesting.